Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is long overdue. I should have made this a long time ago. I told you guys I was doing a juicy Q&A / get to know me on my Instagram. So I'm going to be answering all of your guys' questions and I'm going to try to be as truthful and transparent as possible. That's what I want this channel to be all about, is just raw and real. And hopefully by the end of this video you feel like you know me a lot better. So I'm just going to start answering the questions. The first one is, what were you doing before becoming a mom? Right before I became a mom, I had gotten my first aesthetics job, which was at a salon. And obviously I went to aesthetic school for 9 months. At a point in time, I had 3 jobs at once. I was working at a call center, which didn't last long. I was working as a host at Olive Garden and a server at Buffalo Wild Wings. So I basically was just working a lot. I would go out and party a good amount, and that was even before I turned 21. So I was kind of a wild child, but still with like my shit together in a sense. So the next question is, how do you deal with co-parenting? I don't co-parent. If anything, he'll just visit her. He's never really had time exclusively just watching her, so I wouldn't really call that co-parenting. I'm the only one on her birth certificate, so he basically just visits when he feels like it. And not saying that that's something that I'm opposed to. I actually really do wish that it was like that and he wanted to be a part of her life and involved instead of just visiting. But that's just not how things are. I don't really see things even ever getting to that unless he really changed his life and cared. But like I said, I really just don't see that happening. So that's that. What do you think you'd be doing in life right now if you weren't a mother? I try not to think about this too much because it is what it is. I am a mom. And if I think about it too in depth, I kind of get in a funk because I'm like, you know what, I could be so much more successful. I would have all this time to work on my goals and I would have time to go to the gym, because right now that I am a mom and a single mother at that, I don't have time to work on my goals as much as I'd like. I still try. I don't know, I think I would be traveling as much as possible, maybe modeling again. I was freelance modeling for a while. I would just say traveling. Maybe I would have my own aesthetics business going right now, but right now I just feel like I don't have that full time to invest into a business. So all around, I think I would just be more successful, but it is what it is. You have to trust in God's timing. Next question is, what are your favorite stores to shop at? I am definitely a bargain shopper, so honestly, I love to thrift and shop consignment. I love Plato's Closet. I actually just got this from Plato's. It's like this little cropped shirt. Like, you honestly cannot beat it. I find shirts all the time that are adorable for like $3. And I love TJ Maxx. I love H&M. And Forever 21 is okay. They have good, affordable, for the most part, clothes. But I noticed at least their jeans rip really easily. So yeah, basically I'm just a bargain shopper. Next question is, how hard is it having a baby? Oh my goodness, you guys, it is hard. Especially at this age, she's kind of entering those terrible twos, so she's kind of getting into the tantrums a bit. I just kind of have to breathe through them. And I don't have time for myself. I basically have to beg my mom for like 2 hours of just going to the gym, or if I need groceries. So like those little things I really did take for granted. So if you guys are watching this and have baby fever or anything, please just wait. What's your ethnicity? So my mom's side is Ukrainian and my dad's side is more Native. I want to get a DNA test and see exactly what I am. I always get this question. Any tips on being a not boring mom? I think some days I am a boring mom, and I definitely like mom shame myself because I'm like, I should be taking Mila out to the park and having fun with her. I would say ultimately, being a not boring mom, work on yourself, because if you're happy and you're put together, so is your kid. Next question is, I miss you so much, and how are you and Mila doing? I miss you too, girl. And me and Mila are doing so good. She just got into her toddler bed. We're trying to get her used to that. We've been kind of bored in the house with the pandemic going on, so I've been looking into daycare for her. She loves other kids and she loves playing and just being busy and active, so I think that will be good for her. How many tattoos do you have and which one is your favorite? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 tattoos. I've been told they're kind of like sticker tattoos because they're just like in random placements. I don't really know which one would be my favorite. Probably my orca tattoo on my foot. You guys have probably seen it in pictures before, but I have a pineapple right here that I kind of regret. People think it's a matching tattoo with my ex, but it's not. I swear, you guys, I wanted the pineapple tattoo first and his cousin ended up doing it. And we got there and he's like, oh, I want a pineapple tattoo too. So he wanted it after the fact that I wanted it. So it's not matching. And then I have my lucky number 17 right here. And then I have strength on my rib cage. And then I have live your dream on my thigh, which I was 15 at the time and I got it at someone's like apartment. And I really picked it like the night before because I just wanted a tattoo to be cool. But I ended up liking it. I still do. It's not like live your dream in like huge letters. It's kind of like cute cursive. So yeah, those are all my tattoos. What's your favorite thing about being a mom? I would just say, like, thinking about it, it really warms my heart that I'm like her whole world. Like, she wakes up and she's so excited to see me and cuddle me and she just feels safe. So that's kind of cool to think about, that you're someone's like everything. And she definitely gives me motivation to be a better person, to be successful. She's just like my everything. The next question is, what is your biggest fear? My biggest fear probably in life is probably just not being the best mother I can be. Sorry, there's like fluffies. Or marrying a guy that is not good for Mila. Like, that's toxic to her. I want to marry a guy that fully accepts her as his own type of thing and welcomes her with open arms. I don't want her to feel like, oh, you're not mine type of thing. I don't know, that's probably my biggest fear. But like fear wise, I think I'm really scared of deep ocean. Like, you don't know what's underneath you, you don't know if there's sharks. If something touches my leg, I'm gonna freak out. Like, no thank you. Where are you from and what's your favorite food? I am from Edmonton, Alberta. So I was born in Canada and I lived there until I was 6. And not to give you my whole life story, but then my mom met my stepdad online and he was military, so we ended up moving to Washington State. And we moved to Arizona, Texas, and then back to Washington and then back to Arizona. So I kind of did like a bing, 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 like moving back and forth, back and forth. And my favorite food, you can't go wrong with pizza. I'm kind of a Domino's girl. I love Domino's. I like green pepper on it, mushroom, and sausage with some ranch. Who have been the biggest inspirations in your life? I would definitely say the women in my life. We currently right now have 5 generations of women and I feel like we are all so strong. We've all kind of been young single moms. They're definitely someone to look up to and they show me that it can be done. I talked about this before on my TikTok, but I'm like, is this a generational curse? I really think it is. Hopefully Mila will break it though. Where will you see yourself in 5 years? I get so excited when I think about the future because I know right now is probably the hardest time with Mila, just her being so young. But pretty soon I'm gonna get in the groove of things. So in 5 years, will she be in preschool or first grade? I just feel like I'll really be set in life. I see myself hopefully having my own business. I want to own some real estate. All around, I just want to have financial freedom. I want to be a great mom. What are 3 goals you have for this year? This year, I have a lot of things that I want to work on. I feel like I want to work on being more consistent. That would be one goal, is growing my social media and kind of creating my brand. And I think once I grow enough, I would really love to come out with my own merch line. So I think I want to buy a Cricut soon and start like messing around with designs and coming out with maybe a t-shirt, hoodie, or like something of that nature, maybe stickers. Another goal is just really simple, is just solely working on myself. No distractions, working on my mind, body, and soul. And I feel like once I nail that, everything else will fall into place. And my 3rd goal for this year, probably to cook more. 1, I feel better mentally that I'm like preparing food myself and saving money. Next question is, what's the funniest experience you've ever had with a man? Is it bad that when I think of funniest, I think of like most toxic? First thing that comes to mind is, I want to say I was like 17. I had a boyfriend. I ended up breaking up with him, and he calls me and I'm like not answering because I like literally just broke up with him. And he sends this crazy text message saying that he picked up a hitchhiker and she had a gun to his head. And I'm like, first off, call 911. Like, what are you doing texting me? And he pulls up to my house and he immediately like grabs me and tries to keep me from like walking away. He's not talking about the hitchhiker, so I feel like that was a complete lie. Like, he just wanted an excuse to see me. But I'm like, I gotta go, like I'm gonna go inside. When I finally get away from him, he falls onto the ground, well like falls, and fakes a seizure. And my mom comes out and sees it happening, and we both are like looking at each other because we can obviously tell it's a fake seizure. You know, when people fall, they fall. Like, he like was like, oh. So after he gets up, we're like, oh my gosh, like we have to call your mom, we have to take you to the hospital. And he's like, oh no, 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 I'm fine. I don't know. Long story short, I've been in some toxic relationships. Was that the funniest experience with the guy? Probably the most messed up. Not even, probably actually, never mind. Okay, I'm going through making sure I answered them all. Okay, that was all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below if you guys have any suggestions or things that you want me to make a video on. And we will see you guys next video. Bye guys.